Hi everyone, there's been quite a bit of Carnival Cruise news recently. In this short video, I'm going to discuss a few different things. Carnival's released the November 2025 dive-in movie schedule. Ships that have the big screen seaside theater outside will show the movies that are on Carnival's dive-in movie listing. Also, Carnival's made some itinerary announcements out of Mobile, Miami, and Port Canaveral, so I'll be taking a look at what they've announced there. Carnival also just celebrated 25 years out of sailing out of Galveston, Texas. And then last but not least, Carnival has released the 2025 holiday and Christmas cruise schedule. The ships follow this schedule and usually will be decorated and have all sorts of Christmas and holiday related events and activities on board. Before we begin, if you haven't subscribed to Raiji's Cruise Guides channel, please take a moment and subscribe. For those who have already subscribed, thank you so much for your support. And if you haven't, it would be fun to have you along for this cruise YouTube journey. Let's begin. Carnival Cruise Line's brand ambassador John Heald has shared the dive-in movies for the last week of October 2025 and the movies for November 2025. The movies for this time includes F1, the movie, Nobody number 2, The Fall Guy, The Bad Guys number 2, Freakier Friday, The Blind Side, Lilo and Stitch, Moana number 2, Grown Ups, and then for ships that are out of Australia, the Splendor, Adventure, and Encounter will be showing the Cub. As a reminder, not all Carnival ships have dive-in movies on board. If you are sailing on a ship with dive-in movies, make sure you check your Carnival Hub app or your Fun Times daily onboard activity newsletter to see what movie and time are going to be shown during your cruise. Also, this doesn't include the Vista or Horizon's IMAX theater movies. Carnival doesn't typically announce what movies are going to be showing in the IMAX theater on those two ships. This past week, Carnival Cruise Line celebrated 25 years of sailing from Galveston, Texas. Last weekend, on an event on the Carnival Jubilee, Carnival celebrated their 25th Galveston anniversary. Since the year 2000, more than 10 million Carnival Cruise guests have cruised through the port of Galveston. The event last weekend had U.S. Congressman Randy Weber, Galveston Mayor Craig Brown, and the Galveston Port Director and CEO Roger Rees, as well as Carnival Cruise Line President Christine Duffy. There's been a lot of different ships that have sailed from Galveston over the past 25 years. Currently, the Carnival Jubilee, Carnival Breeze, and Carnival Dream sail year-round from Galveston, and right now the Carnival Legend is sailing year-round from Galveston. There's going to be more ships and itinerary changes coming up in 2026 and 2027. Lots of exciting stuff going on from Galveston. This past week, Carnival Cruise Line announced some big news for cruisers out of Mobile, Alabama. The Carnival Valor is going to be sailing to Mobile, Alabama to start year-round cruises in May of 2027. While sailing from Mobile, the Carnival Valor will primarily offer 6- and 8-day cruises that depart Alabama and go to a variety of different ports. The Carnival Valor is currently based out of New Orleans and will be repositioning from New Orleans to Mobile in May of 2027. Currently, the Carnival Spirit is sailing seasonally from Mobile, so there will be a little bit of a gap between the time the Carnival Spirit repositions away from Mobile in April of 2027, and then the Carnival Valor will arrive a few weeks later in May. Carnival had already announced a few months back that they were going to do year-round cruises from Mobile, Alabama, but now we know the ship and the itineraries for 2027 and into 2028 are now available for booking. This is exciting news for the Mobile, Alabama cruise market. Carnival also made some other itinerary announcements this past week for the 2027 through 2028 timeframe. The Carnival Glory is scheduled to continue sailing from Port Canaveral, Florida. From Port Canaveral, the Glory will continue offering 3- and 4-day cruises. The Carnival Conquest also had itineraries open this past week, and the ship is scheduled to continue operating from Miami, Florida. From Miami, Florida, the Carnival Conquest will be offering a variety of 3- to 5-day sailings. Carnival Cruise Line has released their 2025 confirmed holiday sailings. These Christmas cruises have all sorts of Christmas and festive decor on board. The Carnival Adventures Christmas cruises will begin on November 21st. The Carnival Breezes Christmas cruises will begin on December 1st. The Carnival Celebrations Christmas cruises will begin on November 30th. The Carnival Conquest's Christmas cruises will begin on November 28th. The Carnival Dreams Christmas cruises will begin on November 29th. Carnival Elation's Christmas cruises will begin on November 30th. The Carnival Encounters Christmas cruises will begin on November 22nd. The Carnival Firenze's Christmas cruises will begin on December 1st. The Carnival Freedom's Christmas cruises will begin on December 1st also. The Carnival Glory's Christmas cruises will begin on November 28th. The Carnival Horizon's Christmas cruises will begin on November 30th. The Carnival Jubilee's Christmas cruises will begin on November 29th. The Carnival Legends Christmas cruises will begin on December 4th. The Carnival Liberty's Christmas cruises will begin on November 30th. The Carnival Luminosa's Christmas cruises will begin on November 23rd. The Carnival Magic's Christmas cruises will begin on November 29th. The Mardi Gras Christmas cruises will begin on November 29th also. The Carnival Miracle and Panorama's Christmas cruises will begin on November 30th. The Carnival Paradise's Christmas cruises will begin on November 29th. The Carnival Pride's Christmas cruises will begin on November 30th. The Carnival Radiance's Christmas cruises will begin on November 29th. The Carnival Spirit's Christmas cruises will begin on November 30th. The Carnival Splendor's Christmas cruises will begin on November 24th. The Carnival Sunrise's Christmas cruises will begin on December 4th. The Carnival Sunshine's Christmas cruises will begin on December 7th. The Carnival Valor's Christmas cruises will begin on December 4th. The Carnival Venezia's Christmas cruises will begin on November 30th. And the Carnival Vista's Christmas cruises will begin on November 29th. So these Christmas or holiday cruises, as Carnival calls them, will have all sorts of decorations on board. There's usually some events and activities. In the past, there's been things like caroling, ugly sweater competitions, usually a live on-stage holiday show. And Carnival will also usually have the Grinch from Dr. Seuss's classic book somehow, someway on the cruise. There's all sorts of a variety of Christmas and holiday related events. I do recommend you check Carnival's website for what's the latest. But if you're cruising on one of these cruises, check your onboard Fun Times or your Carnival Hub app to see exactly what is happening when. If you're cruising on a cruise that leaves right after Christmas but before New Year's, there's a good chance that your ship will still be decorated with the decorations. However, Carnival doesn't typically release when the decorations are going to be taken down. So if you're going right after Christmas, you might still get to see them, but it's not guaranteed because they could start removing them very soon. Wow, this feels like it's been a lot of information. Thank you so much for listening, and I hope you have a great next cruise. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing to Raiji's Cruise Guide on YouTube. To those who have already subscribed, thank you for your support, and if you haven't, it would be fun to have you along for this cruise YouTube journey. Have a great day.